In today's video, I am going to teach you how to rename multiple sheets to match cell values in Excel. If you have ever created a workbook with many tabs and then needed to rename each sheet to match information stored in cells, you already know how time-consuming it can be. Instead of renaming sheets one by one, you can use a simple macro that reads cell values and applies them to sheet names automatically. To begin, open your Excel workbook and make sure you can see the tabs at the bottom. Then you will open the Visual Basic Editor. Press Alt plus F11 on your keyboard. This takes you out of the regular Excel interface and into the area where macros and scripts are managed. Take a moment to look for the Visual Basic Editor window that appears, because that is where the next steps will happen. Once you are in the Visual Basic Editor, you will add a new module. Look at the menu bar at the top of the Visual Basic window. Click Insert, and then click Module. This creates a clean space where you can place the macro code you need. You will usually see a new blank editor pane after you do this, and that is exactly where the code will go. Now you will paste the macro code. Copy the macro code that contains the loop through the sheets and the logic that assigns names based on cell values. Then paste it into the blank module window. As you paste, make sure it lands in the code area for the module, not outside the editor region. This macro is designed to cycle through your worksheets and update their names to match what is found in the cells you are using as the reference. After the code is pasted, you will run the macro. Switch back to the Visual Basic Editor and press F5. Hitting F5 starts the code instantly, using the settings and worksheet structure in your workbook. This is the key moment where Excel will read the cell values and rename the sheets automatically. While the macro runs, do not close Excel or interrupt the process. It should complete quickly, but the exact timing depends on how many sheets you have and how the worksheet data is arranged. After the macro finishes, you will return to your Excel workbook to check the results. Press Alt plus Q to go back to the workbook window. Now look at the sheet tabs at the bottom of Excel. The names should reflect the cell values that the macro references. If everything matched correctly, you will see your renamed tabs line up with the information you expected. At this point, it is a good idea to confirm that the correct sheets were renamed. You can click through a few of the tabs and compare the sheet name with the relevant cell value on that sheet. This quick verification helps ensure that the macro is pointing at the right cell locations and using the intended column or row for naming. If you are working in a workbook that includes many sheets, this approach saves a lot of manual work and helps reduce mistakes. It also keeps naming consistent, which is especially helpful when you share the file with others or when the workbook is used as a template. That is all there is to it. That covers everything you need to know.